ready to set up for this live, guys. Today is the new moon. All right, new moon in Capricorn. This is your new moon reading. All right, this is your new moon reading. Today is the new moon in Capricorn. All right, the overall guidance for today, guys, or let me say the introduction, guys, right? Hey, y'all, it's the Lady Impact 1111, guys. Welcome to Queen of Kings Tarot, right? We're behind every great king is his queen. That is us, the Divine Feminine. Of course, our kings are the Divine Masculine, guys. Let's get into this new moon reading, right? So today is a new moon in Capricorn, and we're looking at karmic relationships, right? That is our overall guidance. I love that this is the final new moon of the year, and we've actually had 2 new moons here in December. So this is the second new moon of December. And knowing that this is the second new moon of December, we're also able to truly set our intentions as we go into the new year. So it's a very fitting time to have this new moon energy here, right? Because as we're closing out 2024 and entering into 2025, we are wanting to set these new intentions. And I don't do these, what is it, the whole little new year resolution and all of that. No, we ain't resolving anything, right? But what are your intentions for the new year? And today is a very, very great time to set those intentions with this new moon. Now, if you're on the East Coast where I am, the new moon will peak about 5:47 p.m. All right, later on. All right, so let's see what it is that you need to know about these karmic relationships, okay? So our overall guidance is karmic relationships. It's the Orion energy, right? It's talking about the polarity. Polarity is your energy. What are you sending out? A lot of times we end up in relationships with people and we wonder if it's karmic, right? Or is this our person? What is the purpose of this union, right? What is the purpose of this relationship? So when you look at it, relationships, whether they're karmic or with your person, all promote soul growth. And we have soul growth, but then conflict as well. See, the conflict is what you need in order to prepare your soul to grow. So if you're in relationship with people, you really want to see, is this promoting growth within me? So with this new moon in Capricorn, we are really being intentional about the relationships that we're forming now, right? Because these same relationships will impact us when we continue on, right? These same relationships will impact you in the future. So you're wondering, okay, well, is this relationship prompting my own soul growth, right? Or is it simply conflict? Well, the conflict comes because your soul is growing. And whether it's a karmic relationship or someone that you're meant to be with, your twin flame, your kingdom spouse, whoever it is you want to label it, right? Whatever it is for you, you have to realize that the conflict is helping you grow. And see, a lot of times people don't want to, good morning, beautiful. Oh, thank you. Manuel, thank you. Look, we talk about karmic relationships and soul growth, okay? All right, but you're in relationship with people, guys, and it's supposed to promote your soul growth. So yeah, there may be some conflict when you're in these relationships with these people, but the karmic relationships that you find yourself in are supposed to promote soul growth. Well, it's not easy, right, if it's going to promote growth, right? That's like lifting weights. Like I'm picturing somebody lift weights, and when you're lifting weights, you can't use light weights, right? You need the resistance to build muscle. So there are relationships that we will be in with people who are meant for us to what? Stimulate that growth of our soul. It doesn't mean that they're permanent though, right? You'll come into relationships, right? Karmic relationships with people who you are meant to learn from these people. You are meant to learn some things about yourself. When you was passing through, it's okay, Manuel. Go to sit for a minute. You funny. Okay, but there are relationships in life, guys, that you feel like, why is there so much conflict, right? Why is there so much attention or conflict between you and this person? Well, it's a lesson that you're supposed to learn. So as today is the new moon, right, in Capricorn, we're setting new intentions for what it is that you want for yourself, even in relationship, right? Are your relationships promoting growth, or is it just conflict? Now, there's nothing wrong with conflict, because that, again, you need that to promote growth. But is it conducive to your healing, or is it just people that's around to cause distractions in your life, right? So when we set these new intentions for the new moon, you're really looking at your relationships with people, right? And are these relationships promoting any type of soul growth for you? So that's what your guides need you to know. Reevaluate the relationships that you have with people as we're going into 2025, because if they are not promoting what? Balance in your life, right? We have the angel of balance. If these relationships are not promoting balance in your life, then why are you holding on to them? See, a lot of times we hold on to relationships because we're not sure that we will have other people that come along. But that's not how we should operate, right? You want to have balance in your life, because if your life is imbalanced, then you will not have the healthy relationships that you desire. See, some of us desire healthy relationships, but you have people around you who are toxic, and they're bringing that toxicity around you, and it's doing what? Throwing your life out of balance, right? So with the angel of balance being here, it's like you need to examine the areas in your life that are imbalanced. And when you examine that, you get rid of those people. Why? Because those people are stopping your true soul tribe from coming in to bring you the balance that you want in your life, no matter what the relationship is, right? So this could be relationships with friends, this could be relationships with family, it could be a relationship with your own children, right? It could be relationships with your spouse, with your loved ones, right? But if it's imbalanced, then you have to know that these people are not serving it the purpose, right? You're funny. Okay. So again, angel of balance is here. So when you're looking for relationships in life, you have to make sure that they are balanced. Why? And that they are from the heart. See, someone wants happiness, right? So we got the heart chakra and the happy family card. It's like when you are developing the life that you desire for yourself, it all starts with the relationships of the people who are around you. Someone's heart chakra is being open at this time, with the fourth chakra being the heart chakra. You're understanding unconditional love and compassion. And when you do understand unconditional love and compassion, you will invite people around you who invite that energy around. See, karmic relationships are here to teach us lessons. And when you learn the lesson, you can move past the person. But see, a lot of times we hold on to karmic relationships far longer than they are meant to be held on to, right? Right? But stuff isn't my vibe. So click off, love. All right? I know what I'm saying is hitting. And it's not about the stuff, guys. It's about the message, right? So many people get turned off from tarot because it's like, oh, I don't like the vibe, or I don't. That's crazy, child. This is all me, all energy, okay? And if you don't receive it, that's on you. It's whatever, right? But I'm just saying the message is what's there. I know it was a compliment, love. I got you. I know it was a compliment, but I just say never judge a book by its cover, right? Because people will scroll through and it's like, oh, is she doing this? I don't want to listen. But the message is the message. Whether the message is from the Bible or the message is from my cars, is wherever it is. It's the message of spiritual wisdom and understanding. And when we talk about relationship with people, guys, that's what we're talking about. Your soul growth. And see, a lot of times you may not be able to receive from people because you're not used to how the message is coming. But when you understand, it's the message, not the delivery, right? It's the message for everyone. You can get a message off a TV commercial, right? You can get a message off of a music, right? You know, whatever it is, how the messages come is because the message is meant for you at that time. And what we're understanding on this beautiful, beautiful morning is that a lot of relationships that we have with people are supposed to promote soul growth, however it comes. That's what it's about. So sometimes there is internal conflict within us because you're reevaluating the relationships, right? So as we go into this new moon, today is the new moon, right? In Capricorn, we're evaluating our own relationships with people and how we do relationship. And what does that look like, right? Are your relationships balanced, right? Is your heart open, right? If you want a happy family, this rainbow and sunshine, right? When you want all of that, you have to obtain that for yourself. And it starts with you evaluating you at a deeper level, all right? It starts with you evaluating you at a deeper level. So let's see what else it is that we need to know with this new moon. New moon, new intentions, guys. We're closing out the year. And as you close out 2024, you got to go into 2025 with true intentions, right? And that means making decisions, right? There are a lot of options and choices that are available and open to you, but you have to decide what you want. What's leading you to your 10 of Pentacles, right? What's leading you to your total, complete financial stability? What's leading you towards your total abundance and life that you want for yourself? It's time for someone to make a decision. See, a lot of times we grapple back and forth about what it is that we want when we're being pushed to making a decision. Someone has been choosing to not make a decision towards something that is going to make you happy, but you're kind of just waiting around for something to happen. The 10 of Pentacles is available to you. What is the 10 of Pentacles? A legacy building, right? Legacy building, the foundation of stability, right? That you want to provide for you and your loved ones. But as you understand it, it starts with relationship. How do you treat yourself? Are you in balance? Are the things in your life in balance to provide the financial stability that you want for yourself? A lot of times we want what we want, but we don't understand that our life is not in balance enough to receive what it is that we want. Y'all Y'all crazy. Look, Maywell and who is that? Engage. Y'all crazy. Okay. I love it, y'all. But look, come on, listen on, okay? So someone wants financial stability and prosperity in their life. But Spirit is saying you have to make that decision. Prosperity and it's available to you, but are you aligning yourself? Or is the relationships that you're attaching yourself in, right, stopping you from having the financial stability you want? See, a lot of times we have people around us and we want certain things for ourselves, but the universe is blocking it because the people around you would squander it away or you would give it away. If you want financial stability, yet you letting people borrow money and you giving it all away, then you're not going to find that for yourself. Someone is being called to spiritual awakening, right? Isolation. Sometimes you got to do self introspection, right? That's what the Hermit card is about, introspection. Are you looking at ways that you can better be a better steward over what it is that the universe has provided to you? Are you a better steward over it? If you want something more, you have to show yourself attentive to that, what it is that you want. Sometimes it comes through self-introspection. Sometimes it comes through you evaluating what it is that you truly want for yourself. And a lot of times we find ourselves in karmic relationships with people who we don't want. See, we got a Queen of Wands in reverse. So you find yourself in relationships with materialistic people who are undeserving of your love, right? Because they don't see who you are. A lot of times we attract who we are, right? So you could be attracting people because you're not healed and you need to healing, right? But when you attract people who you want to attract, it's because of who you are. Polarity, guys. So when we look at these relationships, right, karmic relationships, and you wonder, how did I end up with this person? Because that was the signal, that was the energy that you were sending out. But when you grow and you heal and you transform into a different person, guess what? You send a new signal out. And when you send that new signal out, you get new intentions and you get new energy back. Someone is sending out a signal, but it starts with you beginning to introspect about what it is that you actually need for yourself. If you want stability, it's time for you to rest in the cycle. See, someone has to release subconscious fears. There's a lot of subconscious fears around the stability that you desire for yourself. You almost question if it's available to you or do you deserve it. You deserve it because it's available to you, but it starts with you ending cycles. See, a lot of times we have cycles in our life and we wonder why we can't have the love or the not even love all the time, guys. It could be the job that you desire. It could be the lifestyle that you desire. There's a lot that you desire, but it starts with you ending cycles in your life. And when you end the cycles in your life, you can absolutely invite in everything that your heart desires. You have to release the fears. We have the moon here. See, the moon is about releasing subconscious fears. There are subconscious fears that you're going to continue the same cycle, but you want to break yourself out, but you're still doing what? Entertaining karmic relationships, right? Karmic relationships are just those relationships that are supposed to teach you lessons. But after you learn the lesson, you are not to stay with that person. You are to move on. But sometimes we get stuck in the cycle. Why? The world is in reverse, right? So you get stuck in the cycle of entertaining karmic relationships because you're not learning the lesson. And then you wonder why you got stuck into something far longer than you anticipated. Why? Because you didn't learn the lesson or you kept the person around after their expiration date, right? Today's a new moon, new intentions, guys. What are your new intentions for going into 2025? Let me know in the comments, right? What intention are you setting for 2025? Because you cannot go into 2025 the same way you've been in 2024 if it has not been working. Now, look, if 2024 was working for you, then keep at it, right? But if there are some things that you want to see differently in 2025, then what is that intention? And you have to be intentional about closing out cycles. See, when the world shows up in reverse, that means that you are repeating some type of cycle and not closing it out. But you have balance, right? Somebody needs balance. If you find yourself in a repetitive cycle, then you have to look at where are you not balancing your life. See, the temperance card is here. You need to temper some areas of your life. Consistency, I love that. So then you have to evaluate the areas of life where you have not been consistent. And then what is it that you can do to promote consistency? What does that look like for you? Well, it starts with balance, right? Even if we're looking at consistency, it starts with balance, right? Tuna, you, you stupid. Okay, but there is temperance here, right? You have to temper your thoughts, temper your life. If you want consistency, then find the areas in your life where you've been inconsistent, right? And when you evaluate that, how could you have been more consistent? It starts with the relationship with you, right? So even when we're talking about karmic relationships, it's still the relationship with you. Someone is not recognizing that you need a better relationship with yourself, right? Six of Wands in the reverse is about you being unable to recognize your own star power. You're not recognizing the greatness of who you are. And when you begin to recognize the greatness of who you are, you will be much more consistent in those things that you want for yourself. It's about the relationship you have with yourself as well. All right. So someone has to make a decision, and the decision is yours with the Two of Wands. You know, a lot of times we feel like life just be lifing, right? No, life don't life. We have a say-so in life. We have decisions, and the decisions that we make are the ones that allow us to move forward or not move forward, right? But it's all for you. And people get stuck in this energy of, well, life just happening and life just happening. Life is not happening to you. Life is happening for you, meaning that you have say-so in life. You have consistency in life, but you have to be the one to make those decisions. Somebody has to make a decision with the Two of Wands. And as we look at this new moon intention, what intentions are you setting? Right? What are you holding on to, right? Maybe you need to evaluate what you're holding on to that's stopping you from having the consistency in relationship that you want for yourself. And whether those are platonic relationships, whether those are friendships, whether that's family relationships, or whether that's your spouse. If you want those things, you have to evaluate what it is that you're holding on to, because a lot of times we're holding on to a past version of ourselves when we need to release that in order to truly have what it is that we want. Someone needs to look at what you're holding on to that's leaving you off balance and make a decision towards moving towards something new so that you can have what it is that you desire. All right, let's get into the next message. What's the next message for this new moon in Capricorn? All right, someone is being called to evaluate what is stopping you from making a plan and moving forward, right? Sometimes you need a plan of action. When we're looking at relationships and how we're doing things, what is your plan, right? And are you following the plan? Someone needs to set up a plan. Today is, again, the new moon. What is your intention? What is your plan going into 2025? You got to have a plan. See, someone is stagnant. The Eight of Wands is stagnancy, but the stagnancy is coming because you didn't come up with a plan or a direction on what it is that you want to do. But there is something hidden as well, right? So with the sun being in reverse, it's like you're not seeing the plan. Someone's not seeing the plan of what the universe has for you. And when you see the plan, then you understand where it is that you need to go at this time. Somebody needs to see the plan. See, the universe has a plan for you, but you're not seeing the plan. I feel like this new moon is going to show you where your intentions need to be set, and then how to come up with a plan towards your healing, towards things that you are not being able to see for yourself. There's definitely something that the sun needs to illuminate, but there's something that you are feeling has been hidden from you. If you feel like it's been hitting, it's because you didn't come up with a plan for yourself. And sometimes we don't realize that when we don't have plans for ourselves, life get to life, and you trying to figure out, well, what happened? Well, Spirit told you to make a plan, right? So now someone is in regret with the Five of Cups. It's like a lot of heaviness, regret, but you're regretting the fact that things are not moving forward in your life. But things are not moving forward in your life because you did not come up with a decisive plan. A lot of times the stagnancy that we feel in life is because we did not come up with a plan. So now you're in regret, or someone around you is in regret because they did not make a plan or did not follow the plan where their heart was leading. See, with the Knight of Pentacles being here, that's slow moving energy. But the slow moving energy is because someone is methodically planning, but someone is in regret, right? With the Five of Cups. So you can't be in regret because you didn't plan, or someone's trying to plan how they want to come towards you because they are in regret. All right. Yeah, they didn't work with you. And the Tower is here. Three of Pentacles with the Tower. All right. So you could definitely be dealing with someone who is coming in very, very slowly, right? And offering you this offer. And now it's like, okay, am I even interested in it anymore? You may not be, or they may not be, right? But you have to learn how to work towards what it is that you want. See, the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. And a lot of times we're afraid to work towards what it is that we want. And you could be saying, okay, is this for me, or is this karmic, right? Is this a lesson that I'm supposed to learn, or is this my person? Well, the tower is what allows the shaking to take place, right? See, we got the tower with the Three of Pentacles, and a lot of times people don't want the tower moments to come because of the shaking that takes place. But the tower comes to release any stuck energy. Sometimes you got to let the shaking shake things up, right? Because when that shaking takes place, then you will be able to shake things into alignment. And that alignment comes when you release the stuck energy of karmic relationships, of people that you're around, of people who are not serving your highest and greatest good. See, sometimes we have to be honest about the people around us. The King of Swords in reverse, there's a lot of brutal energy, a lot of bad decisions, you know, angrily speaking to people. When you're dealing with the King of Swords in reverse, you have to realize that you cannot take that energy on for yourself, and it's time to move away. There's definitely some type of karmic energy coming up here where you're trying to decide if you want to hold on to someone who is not worth holding on to. Why? Because this person isn't working with you, and that's what we're evaluating. Again, karmic relationships, right? Karmic relationships are those that either help you grow through your soul growth, or they help you realize the conflict, the internal conflict within you. And when you realize that it's time for you to learn the lesson, then you learn the lesson. All right. New moon in Capricorn today, guys. What are your intentions? Set those intentions, and it starts with you clearing out these old relationships so that you can go into 2025 in a more stable fashion, right? Inviting in your soul tribe, people who are like you, right? People who want to be there to support you. You don't have to deal with people, right, who do not want to support you. All right, let's see. What's the next message for this new moon? New moon in Capricorn. What's the next message, Spirit? All right, we got two cards that came out. All right, so indecision and storm warning. We just talked about that, y'all. See, you got to make a decision. See, when the storm comes, you have to make the decision. See, the indecision is what's not allowing you to move past this stuck area of your life. Somebody's at a crossroad, right? And when you're at this crossroad, you're stuck because of your own indecision. But indecision is here because you're trying to avoid the storm. You can't avoid the storm. You have to allow the storm. Let me tell y'all something. I live in Florida, right? Florida, we have hurricanes all the time. And the most beautiful days is after the hurricane ends. See, a lot of times we don't want the hurricane to come, but the hurricane clears out the stuck energy, right? So if you're at this indecision point in your life, you need to clear out the stuck energy. And what does that look like? Allowing the storm. Right? Allow the storm to happen, because the storm is clearing out the old stuck energy, the karmic relationships, the people that you should have gotten rid of a long time ago, right? And as we're coming into 2025, you don't want to keep taking those people with you, right? You don't want to take them people with you. You don't want to take the situations with you. You don't want to take any of that with you. So then that means you got to let the storm happen, right? You got to let the storm happen, because someone is in indecision. Show me the shadow. What's the shadow aspects of this indecision? What is this about? Mistakes, because you've made a lot of mistakes in life, but mistakes happen, right? We can't, you know, mistakes happen. And a lot of times we hold on to our past mistakes, and you become victim to your past, or victim to the mistakes of your past. But a lot of times it's just being misunderstood. So as you're going into 2025, you have to make decisions. Yeah, you've made some mistakes in the past. We all have, right? But when you understand that that is a pain point where you just need to make the decision to move past it, right? Because you're longing and you're craving for something more. And when you're longing and you're craving for something more, you have to make the decision to change something in your life. There's a storm here, but you have to allow the storm to take place in order to clear out the stuck energy. The mistakes are the mistakes, but a lot of the mistakes are misunderstandings. And a lot of times we play victim to our mistakes when what you really truly want is a new beginning. See, there is a new beginning here. And that's what this new moon in Capricorn is about, new beginnings. And as you allow the new beginnings to start, right? Allow these new beginnings to take place in your life. That's a new direction. See, someone is wanting to start over or start again. And it starts with you realizing that you've made some mistakes, yeah? But it's okay, because when you begin to withdraw your energy from people and karmic relationships, you'll understand what that is about. All right, y'all. That is your new moon in Capricorn reading, guys. Love and light as always. The Lady Empath, 1111.